So I'm sure you heard these kinds of stories so many times, but it's never enough. 14, 15-year-old girl, loving family, world couldn't be a better place. Until her father came home one day and said, we have to dig a bunker underneath our dining room table. They lived on the first floor. Somebody had to be there to close the bunker, and this little girl was the one that had to do it. And when the Germans came in, she climbed up and hid behind like an ornament that came up on top of the break front. She was the one that had to close the door, roll over the carpet, push the table. And when the Germans left, she would jump off and say, the coast is clear. Later on, when they moved to the Warsaw Ghetto, as a girl, it was easier for her to move around. Her brother, that was a Gera Chassid, learned in the sewers. They learned Afiyomi, and she ran from place to place, signaling them when the Germans are coming. She would whistle. It was a great risk to her life, but she felt it was important. It's interesting. She said she always fought with this brother, as brothers and sisters sometimes do, but now they risk their lives for each other. And eventually, she goes through the concentration camp. She comes to Ellis Island. There are cousins that come to pick her up. Wow, you have a place to go. She looks at them and says, you're not Shomer Shabbos, right? She says, I'm not going with you. I can't take the chance. They said, just for a few days, just rest up. Can't take the chance. And she slept in someone's basement with other girls for weeks, and she got married. For 12 years, she was childless. And when she sat by a fertility doctor on Park Avenue, and it was the end of the road, anything that could be done at that time, the doctor came out and said, Mrs. So-and-so, let me tell you this, I mean it for your own good, okay? Give up. Because when hair will grow on the palm of my hand, you're going to have a child. She walked out of the doctor's office and said, this is not just like the end of me and my husband. It's all my father, my mother, uncles, aunts on both sides. This woman and her husband were the sole survivors, and she got onto the Madison Avenue bus and said, I am never, ever going to get off. I have no reason to get off. My life is over. And the bus went back and forth and back and forth. And at one point, the African-American driver got up and said, ma'am, you got to get off the bus. It's the last stop. She said, I'm not getting off this bus the rest of my life. And he took off his cap and said, lady, I had a hard day. Let me tell you something. I don't know what your problem is, but it's not going to get any better if you sleep in a bus garage. Now get out there and live your life for whatever it's worth. And she remembered Father say that whenever you hear from anybody who's a Simeon on Shemayim, the Baal Shem Tov used to say it. She decided, you know what, Hashem, you want me to live this life? I'm in your hands. I'm not going to give up. I'm getting off the bus. And a year later, her child was born. And some odd 65 years later, she has over 100 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. And I know this story is true because this woman happens to be my mother. There is a koyach, there is a courage that women have, that only women have, that is exclusive to women. Amunah, says the Maral, is lashon nekeva, because we can hit bottom. But to be able to get off the bus and go on, that is a koyach inherited from Sarah Imeinu, from Rivka, from Rachel and Leah. You just have to hear the right messages.